Hello and welcome, everyone. In anticipation of the Sensomayiwa murder trial resumption, let's refresh our memories. Join me, Sigo, on Sigo's This, That, and Tours as we dissect Advocate Zandi Mshololo's brilliant examination of witnesses, focusing on Lieutenant Colonel Solomon Raphadu. Did contradictions surface? Was the truth squeezed out? How fairly was Ntanzi handled, and did he confess voluntarily? Share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe for more intriguing content, hit the like button, and share with your friends. Press the join button for exclusive perks. Your opinions matter, so let's engage in a lively discussion. Now, let's try and get the answers from this clip.
Colonel, you will answer, you'll respond to this if you can. If you can't, just say, no, you cannot respond. I'm asking this in respect of the state of sobriety of the accused who was brought to you in the morning. I've just related to you the manner in which he was handled within the police cells. He's booked back, he's booked out in the morning, he's taken back early in the morning at 2:30. Is booked out at 4:50. In other words, it means this person did not sleep, according to the entries as I was following them. Because he's booked back at 2:20, and is booked out at, he's being charged. I think there were also other work that was being done at the station when the person is charged. And then at 4:50, he's booked out to court. But I know from your evidence that before he went to court at 6:50 or at 7:30, he was taken to you. Am I correct?
Correct.
And according to the defense counsel for accused number 1, is that is when accused number 2 was being assaulted a day before when he was brought to you, which is the 18th, when he was booked out, up to the midnight when he was booked back. Do you understand that, Colonel?
Yes.
I'm not saying he was assaulted by you. I'm telling you what happened to the accused before he was brought to you.
I should have known that. He should have told me that he was assaulted.
Okay, it's fine. I'm still coming there, Colonel.
Correct.
But this is the end of this occurrence book that we have here regarding the handling of the accused. I have requested from the state the next OB entry to see where was accused number 2 taken from, because he was booked at 4:50 to Foster's court. There is no court that was opened at that time. We want to see where he was taken. The OB book, I have requested it from the state. Arrangements are being made. Because in your evidence, you said he was brought to you by Constable Jonathan. Am I correct?
Correct.
So we need to see from where did Jonathan get hold of accused number 2. Do you understand?
I understand.
The one who took the suspect to you.
Correct.
Okay. You have just mentioned that you introduced yourself as the police officer or as the Justice of Peace?
Justice of Peace.
Justice of Peace. Oh, okay. What did you say to the accused when you introduced yourself as Justice of Peace? What is Justice of Peace?
That I'm a commissioned officer in the South African police.
Okay. So you told the accused that you are the commissioned officer?
That's correct.
And the accused did not know what the commissioned officer is? Did you explain it in Zulu or in the language that he would understand?
Yes, I make it clear to him that he understands.
Okay, I want that explanation, that interpretation of a commissioned officer that you gave to the accused when you introduced yourself. Because he has been within the police the whole day, a day before. He was brought back, and he has been brought back by other police officers. Now there is this person who is a neutral person. How did you introduce yourself to the accused in the language that he understood? I know in English, as it is written here, but I want the Zulu word that you translated or you interpreted whatever to the accused, in order for the accused to understand the nature and the type of person who was before him at that time.
Ngamtshela ukuthi ngiphoyisa elikhulu.
Oh.
Iphoyisa elikhulu eMzansi Africa.
Oh.
So nginikezwe amandla upresident uthi ngathatha i-statement.
I told him or informed him that I'm a top or a senior officer in the police service and that I've been authorized by the president.
Okay. So if you told the accused that, my lord, if I can just use the word as the witness used, that Iphoisa elikhulu.
That's correct.
So it means Iphoisa elikhulu, then those who have been handling him. If I understand it, the interpretation, if you introduce yourself as Iphoisa elikhulu, then those who have been handling the accused.
By then, when he was with me.
Yes, when you were introducing yourself and saying, no, mina ngiphoyisa elikhulu.
That's correct.
Yes. So I'm asking, am I getting you correct to say it means you introduce yourself as Iphoisa elikhulu, then the other police officers who have been dealing with accused number 2?
I didn't expect them to because they were the investigating officers, people related to the case. I was a very innocent person at all.
Okay, but you were the Iphoisa elikhulu.
That's correct.
Okay. That interpretation on its own, that when we Iphoisa elikhulu, induced fear to the accused. Am I wrong?
I disagree.
Okay.
It depends on how the person takes it.
No problem, Colonel. Did you tell accused number 2 that besides being Iphoisa elikhulu, but you are not part of the investigating team?
Correct.
Okay. And that was not recorded in the document. Am I correct? That was not recorded in Exhibit 8H. Do you still have Exhibit 8H in front of you? Exhibit 8H is the confession documents that you completed.
I do not have it yet.
Okay. I know it will be given to you, but I know you know.
It's annotated.
I know that you know this document. Besides the document being handed back to you, because it's something that you did. I just wanted to confirm the manner in which you introduced yourself to the accused as an independent person. And the explanation we have given to this court is not recorded in Exhibit HH. It's common cause. Do you agree with me, Colonel? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll request you to rephrase your question.
Oh, okay. I will rephrase. I will repeat. I am saying, Colonel, the interpretation you have given to me right now, the manner in which you introduced yourself to accused number 2 as an independent person who is not part of the investigating team is not contained in Exhibit HH.
No, I agree with you.
Okay.
But in overall, to give clarity based on that, is that he's a member from the public.
Is a member?
From the public.
Okay.
Yeah, he does not know the ranks in the police.
Okay. I understand that, Colonel, you are still coming to that. But I wanted to get from you the manner in which you introduce as a neutral and an independent person to the accused.
That's a good question. So I think that question needs to be qualified, because if one looks at paragraph, the second last paragraph, it says, as well as the fact that I bear no knowledge of the case.
I said that thing is annotated. If you recall me, I said it's annotated in the form, which he was read to.
I proceed, my lord?
Yes, yes.
Thank you, thank you. I'm not about what the state is raising, my lord. I'm on the interpretation of justice, of the peace,
Yes.
to the accused,
Yes, yes.
as to how you interpreted that to the accused in the manner that he understood as to who the person he was dealing with when he was about to make the statement. Do you understand that, Lieutenant Colonel?
That's great.
Yes, and the reason why I have referred you to the previous entries, referring to the manner in which the accused was handled by the police, I wanted to bring it to your attention that we want to see when now he was brought to you, how were you introduced to him, into his mind? Not as being the person who had been part of the people who had booked him a day before, the whole day and the night. There is a neutral person who is innocent now. Do you understand, Colonel, where I'm going to?
No, I understand.
Okay, yes. And then let's continue. Now, the accused is before you. You testified that you did not use an interpreter. I'm not sure whether at the beginning or towards the end when you realized that the accused was articulate to English, or was well versed with English, or will understand English somehow. I don't know how. You'll explain it to me. I don't know, was it at the beginning? Or did you ask him if he understands English? At what stage?
In the beginning.
In the beginning. How? Did you ask him? How did you see? How did you find out that he understood English?
I did ask him. We spoke before. I can start with the interview.
Okay. And then he said he understood English?
Yes.
Okay. Did you record that? That at the interview, after introducing myself, I asked accused number 2 if he understood English, and he confirmed that he understood.
That was not the crux of the matter.
Okay.
Because I was doing interpretation for it.
But in your mind, did you think or did you know that you were supposed to record a statement from the deponent in the language that he understands?
Yes, I did record the statement in the language that he understood.
Okay.
Yeah, but
And it was transferred vice versa, from Zulu to English.
So if he understood English, if he said, I understand English, why then did you do the interpretation in Zulu? If the accused had said to you, no, Iphoisa likhulu ngiyasizwa isiNgisi. Why was it necessary for the Zulu interpretation, if it was ever done?
My understanding and my view by then, he wasn't so good
Okay.
in English. That's why I kept on in Zulu.
Okay. If you could see that he was not so good in English, how come you gave him the same statement that was recorded in English and expect him to read and understand the content of such a crucial statement, which was recorded in English, after we have realized that he was not good in English? He may have said, yes, I know English, but as an officer of the court, oh, sorry, my lord, not as an officer of the court, as the commissioned officer, you could pick up that, no, he was not good in English.
My lord, I was just making sure that the contents of the statements is understood in the correct way.
I'm not talking about the issue of freely and voluntarily here. I'm referring to the issue of the correct interpretation and the fact, the issue whether the accused understood English. I know we have given the answer, but it's not what I was asking to you. Do you want me to repeat or should I proceed?
No, you don't have to repeat.
Oh.
The main thing is that I interpreted back to him. That was the main, that is the crux of this matter. That I explained him in the language that he understood. For giving him to read, it was not a matter of, it was just to make sure that he can see that what I've written down, if he understands, he doesn't understand, but the main issue is that the interpretation was done to him.
The reason why you are contradicting yourself, Lieutenant Colonel, you gave the interpretation to the person who have said to you he understands English, but you gave the interpretation in Zulu. In your document, you say you gave the statement back to him to read because he understood English, but now we are saying you could see that he was not good in English. So I'm saying to you, do you see that you gave the statement to someone to read something that he did not understand?
He did read.
Something that he did not understand. The statement that he did not understand.
He didn't mention it that to me that he doesn't understand.
But you have realized that he was not good in English.
That's why the interpretation took place.
Thank you for joining us today. If you find this content informative, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more updates. I'm Sigo, signing off for now.